I'm an activist through my books. The book has been my tool to advance the cause of preservation.
I think he deserves a couple Lifetime Achievement Awards because he has done in one lifetime what would be a pretty good record for several lifetimes.
He very seldom leaves a stone unturned in terms of the research and the documentation.
When I went to the Smithsonian in 1970 from the Library of Congress, I gave many tours for the Smithsonian Associates. I gave my first tour on the statues in downtown Washington, and that expanded into a book.
He was among the first to really to tap the richness of Washington's history through its built environment.
My second book, called Capital Losses, which was a history of destroyed buildings in Washington.
Now, Capital Losses, I think, is a remarkable book because it shows in enormous and detail the losses that Washington has suffered to its built environment.
There was a need for all of these books. That's why I did them. And then I published a book on the history of apartment houses.
So his eye for detail is it's very gratifying. And he nudges us to look beyond just the great things and just beyond the obvious. It helps us sort of appreciate what's here and what we might lose.
So this has been a lifetime achievement in itself, the books, but also his work at the castle as keeper of the castle for many decades has also been important.
And I was there when he took down the ivy off the Smithsonian. He showed where the ivy was making holes in the stonework.
Half of the castle was covered in ivy, which was very damaging to the building. So I finally convinced Secretary Ripley to remove it.
The quadrangle south of the castle, he played a significant part in that, especially researching and finding James Renwick Jr.'s drawings of the gates.
They were illustrated in an 1857 guidebook to the Smithsonian, and we used that drawing to work from.
He is leaving a tremendous legacy, I think, to the city of Washington, not only to its architectural history, but to its social and cultural history through the books that he has written.
Seeing buildings from the past makes you appreciate the history of your city and the history of the country.
Normally such awards do go to activists, so I think it's very refreshing and very appropriate. But in this case, it goes to a scholar who has provided a lot of the fuel that is essential for preservation to be effective in this city.